Okay, originally I was just gonna bend the hinges because the top of this door was striking here. As you can see by the wear mark. Now we're good. So I took the big old pliers and I bent the hinges. And before you bend hinges, you always want to loosen your screws to see if that will do it. And in this case, I believe that it did. Loosening the screws almost solved the problem if it weren't for the strike plate not meeting up with the latch. So I had to take a reference from here to here, and since I've lived here, this has always been a bit low, and so I moved it from down here with just a cold chisel. Actually, I just used a flat blade chisel, excuse me, a hammer, and I just used a razor blade to cut out what I wanted. And then I used the chisel to get what I needed here. So that's that. One thing turns into another, into another, into another, into another. But we're good. So always try tightening and loosening your top and bottom hinges to see if you can't get the result you want first. I actually took a file to this because it actually has a high edge right here. Somebody planed on this with probably a skill saw or something, and it probably worked fine for a while till the house settled. I know you're gonna have your seasonal adjustments anyway. So I filed that down a bit. Adjusted the screws and the hinges every which way I could. Ended up trying to bend the hinges with the giant pliers. So I needed a screwdriver, a pliers, a hammer, a chisel, a blade, a file, and this guy in case my big wrench couldn't grip. And here's the old jam that previous owner looks like tried to compensate for the situation by drilling out the situation to allow the latch to come into the strike plate here. These I can save in a little coffee can on the workbench. So one thing into another, into another, into another. I tighten up a door handle. That's all there is to that. Keeping busy. I'll just start finding other things to fix.